my gosh! Have you ever been deactivated from DoorDash or any other gig app? I know what it's like to be deactivated. I've been deactivated twice from Grubhub, mainly due to I just never been active on it for 3 months, and they just canned me just like that. Well, dang. After that first time, I tried it again, and I still never really got any good orders, and I'm just like, oh, okay, and got deactivated 2 times in a row pretty quick. But that one I was actually okay with because I didn't actually get to use it anyways. But if I actually got deactivated from a platform that I use like all the time, that would be tough. That would feel like I'm pretty much getting fired. That's how that feeling would be inside. Dang, because getting fired don't feel good, does it? And there's many ways actually getting deactivated from DoorDash, whether it's like safety concerns, like we've actually seen quite a few examples on YouTube, not to name any instances or names, but that should be something easy we can't avoid. And another one is just fraudulent activity. Now, how many times have we went to a restaurant and we go up there and the restaurant employee says, oh, a dasher already picked it up, it's already gone. And you're like, dang. And sometimes this is due to people actually stealing the food. And those type of people, they're not on there to actually make money. They're actually doing that just to take food. Overall, it makes dashers like us look bad and gives us a bad rep. But overall, these two things, the safety concerns and the fraudulent activity, should be the 2 easiest things that we should not ever have to ever worry about. Because if we're not like that type of a person, we good. But most of us have all had like a contract violation. When you're like, what the mess? Contract violation, and all there in red print. I'm like, oh snap. Then you gotta try to remember what just happened. And if you get too many contract violations, you can get canned as well. I remember my contract violation. I think I've only had one. And that's when I picked up the order of like a ton of pizzas, and the app had me going like a pretty good little distance, but it was some pretty good little change there. And it turned out that address was completely wrong. I actually went to an address that wasn't even close. It sent me to a place that was in the middle of nowhere. And by the time I contacted the customer and she gave me the address, and I Googled the address, and I was like, dang, that actually would have been a lot closer for one, but I'm still so much more out of the way. But the issue was I received a contract violation because it was over 10 minutes too late. And I'm just like, freaking for real. I even called DoorDash support. It wasn't help. But basically they're just like, just do an appeal, and no matter what, it's gonna roll off. I'm just like, oh my gosh. Dang. But still yet, I just did the whole process explaining what happened, but I still went about my day and kept on dashing. But other contract violations can be like, oh, the customer might say,
I didn't receive the order.
Even though you good and well you did. Or if you didn't, you can at least go back and pick that thing up and take it to the right place. But if you did give it to the correct person, that's when things get a little hairy. And still, you gotta go through that same type of process. If you do get a contract violation, putting an appeal in, telling your side of the story. And will it help? Well, you know what? It's probably just gonna roll right off before anything else actually gets done quickly. Best thing is, do your appeal, put your 2 cents in, and keep on dashing. I think one of the craziest things that actually happened to me is like later at night around 9, maybe 10 o'clock-ish, when I actually delivered some food to a customer, and it wasn't a PIN required, it was just hand it to me order. And she just cracked open the door, and I handed it to her, and I saw her also go to her phone as well. And by the time I turned around, because I was about to actually complete the order, she actually canceled the order. I'm like, the heck is going on here? Because everything on my screen was gone. So I immediately called DoorDash and let them know about the situation. I actually thought I was going to get a contract violation for something if she would have said that she never actually got the order. But I don't know. I don't know what she actually said on her side. I just know on my side, the order was gone. But DoorDash took care of it, and I didn't have no worries. Akuta Matata. And I'm glad that was the end of that. And I hope nothing like that happens again. I probably need to knock on some wood or something. I gotta find some wood or something. Oh my gosh. Will this work? Also, something else you want to avoid to make sure you don't get deactivated from the DoorDash platform is make sure your customer rating does not fall below 4.2. Because it even says inside your app, not let it go down that far. But I'm just like, if it gets down that far, I mean, what the heck are you doing? Shoot. I mean, like, for reals. And of course, DoorDash can exclude ratings such as long merchant wait time, merchant made a mistake on the order, customer fraud, or order already late when offered. So these are just a few things that DoorDash will be like, whoop, 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 whoop. They'll erase for you. So don't be afraid, because if your customer rating does kind of slip down a little bit, it's okay. Give them a call and see if there's anything they can do, because they might be able to take a couple of those away, at least 2 a week. So if you need to, give them a call. And the next metric we really want to make sure everything's okay is the completion rating. Making sure this stays above 90. Because there is no reason why this should actually go below 90. Because there in the app, it will say you can actually be deactivated. So be careful on the orders that you accept. Now, if there's a long wait time, or if the place is just packed and they say 15, 20 minutes, and you know that the money is not going to meet up for the wait time, you can go ahead and cut it off. But for the most part, this metric should be easy to keep it at 95% and above. And here's another scenario that's been happening recently. Have you been seeing more PIN numbers on DoorDash? I have been seeing a lot more lately, because this is actually causing us to actually see and meet the customer and get that PIN number. Then you run into a problem such as like,
oh, I don't know my PIN number.
Then you got to remind them, hey, it's usually the last 4 digits of your phone number. Usually that helps them out if they know their own phone number. At least that's worked for me on many occasions. But that PIN number is actually a really good safety net for both of us, the customer and the dasher. Even though I would love just to go and drop it at the door, take a picture and go, it is a really good way for DoorDash to indicate we actually delivered the order. But let's hope that you and me never actually get deactivated from DoorDash or any other platform. Do I need to go knock on wood again? Just in case. Hopefully deactivation is not in our future. But if so, we'll be notified through DoorDash through an email, and we'll also know through our app as well. And whether if you go through your email and just click on your link, or go through the appeals process on the app, get it done, and remember you have the truth on your side. Even though it may take a little bit to get through the process, but the thing is, getting and going through it. I hope you received value out of this video, so if you would, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You can also support the channel through channel membership and see me in the next video.